Hello everyone, welcome. We're going to do a little review today. We're going to catch up on some stuff we've been. So first we're going to start with Lost in Shadow, or in what is also known in Europe, A Shadow's Tale. It is a puzzle platforming video game, very heavy in puzzle with a little light action in that, fighting monstrous shadows. It has a pretty Ico-ish feel to it. And I think there was a pretty nice evolution of the puzzles becoming more and more advanced, adding in new mechanics. There's a basic level up system that allows you to get a little stronger. And I like how you gain the power to actually come into the main world and interact with the objects to affect the shadows and that. And it gets pretty interesting when you're nearing the end of the tower, but then a negative aspect, I would say, from there on would be the feeling that it's like you were expecting the end and it's like, oh, something else happened. Get to the end of that. Oh, something else happens. You get to the end of that. Oh, is there an ending here? It does feel like it starts stretching itself out. Because, yes, when you get to the top of the tower, you do indeed get more and more stuff. The story is basically, your shadow gets whipped from your body and thrown down to the bottom of this tower. And you don't remember anything. You don't know why, who, what the hell is going on. So all you can remember is you got thrown off the tower. So you decide to climb up the tower in hopes of getting your body back. You get up there, you don't find it, you go through some other crap, you do a lot more puzzles, more, and basically you find out that the whole purpose this happened was you got whipped out in hopes that you can defeat this giant shadow monster that eats shadows. And I don't know what the hell they were expecting a boy to do, because apparently they kept whipping parts of your shadow from you and kept doing this, and every time you keep losing, you lost memories, which is why the memories scattered everywhere. Story does end in a confusing way, and some people have complained that was stupid. I think it ended that way to be, leave mystery there. Thing I would argue more about was a scene where you get the top of the Dark Tower, which is after the Force Tower, and you get thrown into a door with the monster that looks like it was going to be a bad ending or something, and then all of a sudden you're outside again in the lush green outside of the tower. It's like, what the hell just happened? It's very confusing and odd, though. But, aside from it feeling like it's carrying on a little too long, it is a very good puzzle game. You can see a lot of the mechanics, obviously, in the Let's Play. I'm assuming if you're watching this, you've either watched some of the gameplay or the Let's Play itself. If not, then, it is a very interesting mechanic. And you have a little fairy, and no, it doesn't actually bother you or talk to you at all. So if you're thinking it's going to be like Ocarina of Time or something, no, you're not going to have that problem. The fairy can interact with real-world objects too, in a different aspect. But the final boss was pretty simple, and I'd say it's a good game for anyone who likes a puzzle game. It's that simple. It's not a very action-oriented game. There's fighting, that's pretty repetitive though. It's not complicated at all. It's puzzles themselves. There is backtracking in this. When you reach the top of the Force Tower, you basically get a quest to go and find these shards that are laying about, and they're all in the real world. So you have to backtrack to a bunch of those doors that let you into the real world and find all the shards, and that lets the game continue. There's also finding your memories and that increase your weight, which is your health. The game's pretty fair, I'd say. It hadn't drove me insane or anything. I just feel like it felt like it went a little too long, but that's a differing opinion. Most people probably won't be too bothered by that. It did win a Best of E3 from Otaku, but aside from collecting all your memories, not too much to really replay. You don't get a different ending, even though there is a memory that encourages you to collect all your memories that make you supposedly the weight that one scientist believed the shadow weighed, if that even makes any sense. This game is a reasonable price off Amazon. You can get a brand new copy for $15 right now from its $29.99 price, and those slashed prices don't usually last forever, so it'll probably go back to $29.99 at some point in time. If you want a copy of this game, now is a really good time to get a new copy of it. It's decent, it's good, and it's definitely worth that much. If you want to argue if it was whether worth its launch price, that can always be debatable, but that's in the past now. It's too late to even care about it. It's a great price for good and decent concept. If you like Daiko and that kind of empty mood feeling, you should get Lost in Shadow. If you don't like lots and lots of puzzles, Lost in Shadow ain't gonna be for you. It is very puzzle driven. There is fighting, but it's not the main draw of the game, and it's very off to the side until much later in the game. Puzzles are main thing, and if you don't feel like trying to figure them out, this ain't going to be a game for you. But anyone who loves puzzles, game for you. This was a short little blah 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 about the game, nothing complicated.